Aye, shepherd's pie, greetings from the Philippines. I am in the Fumiko Rina restaurant, disco bar, and it's even a bit of a resort come hostel. I only came here last night for the first time. I don't know why, I've been missing a lot. I had a fantastic meal last night, and I've been promised the signature dish, some ramen noodles at the end of this interview. So, yeah. Came here last night for the first time, made a new friend, introduce you all to the lovely Reena. Say hello, Reena.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone out there.
Right, Reena, we're going to do a little interview. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from originally?
I'm from Surigao del Sur, and then I grew up there, and then after that I moved in Cebu.
Okay, I know Cebu, but where was the other place? I'm not too
Surigao
good.
del Sur.
And where's that then?
That was like next to the surfing area, the capital surfing of the Philippines, Cloud9. It was like 2.5 hours away from that place.
And how long were you there for?
So I lived there until high school, and then when I was college, I moved some other part of Philippines, which is Siquijor. I stayed there for 1 year and then moved another place to Butuan City for another 1 year for the college. Well, I got bad luck, so I need to like go somewhere else to work. And then my sister wanted to like introduce me some places, and I worked there to my sister, and then it happened I just wanted to work more. So I moved to Manila, and then I got discovered to be like a model.
Wow. I'm not surprised by that, having seen you last night. What kind of work were you doing before then? When you say you were working, what were you doing?
For my sister, they own the company.
Right.
Like they are a big distributor of the wine in Cebu.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, but then I wanted to make my own. I don't want to depend on my sister, so I just wanted to get some luck for myself.
So you're entrepreneurial.
Yes, now I am.
So a model, how did that work? How did that start? And how old were you when you were a model?
Because I was like, I get married with a Japanese guy, so we moved in Japan. So when we moved in Japan, I'm kind of like.
Hold on a minute. You went to Manila.
Yeah.
You married a Japanese guy.
Yeah, I was like searching in online or in the newspaper before. It's not online yet, to be like a secretary. And then I was secretary with him, but I have no idea that he had a plan for me to get married. So he accepted me to his job, and then after a few months, he proposed on me.
So you were working for him in Manila. This is before the modelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a secretary.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't keep his eyes off you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And he
yes.
proposed to you. And what was he? He was living in the Philippines, was he, at this time?
Yeah, he was at the time, and then we moved in Japan. So I was doing shopping in Ginza, and then some random guy got scouted on me because I'm a little bit tall and skinny at the time. So
You still are.
Not like before. So I got scouted, and then I became a model in Japan.
Wow.
For a few years.
And how old were you at this age?
Oh, that was like back of 24, 25.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. After I get delivered the baby firstborn.
See, we keep skipping things here. So you had a child along the way.
Yeah. It's kind of like direct to the point where I can get this kind of stuff or business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Boy or girl?
Pardon?
Was it a boy or a girl? Your child?
It's a boy. It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And is she living in the Philippines or is she?
Oh, she's in Japan, and unfortunately, I will be a young grandma soon.
Really?
She will be a delivered baby.
And she's married a Japanese, or with a Japanese guy, is she?
They wanted to get married, but for me, it's not necessary.
Okay, well, I mean, the relationship is with a Japanese guy.
Yes,
it's not
a
with
Japanese guy.
Okay. So she's got dual nationality, obviously.
It's just Japanese nationality. It's supposed to be she has a choice, but then she chose to be a Japanese. So.
Okay, and she can speak Filipino, I presume, as well as Japanese?
Just a little bit. She always said, gamay lang.
I'm guessing that means a little. So, what was it like in Japan then? You enjoyed it?
I love it. Everything was really perfect there. The only thing that I don't really like is kind of really busy. But that thing for being busy, I learned it from there how to work properly, like how to work faster than compare here in Philippines. So and then also I learned how to work heartedly dedicated. When you work, even though it's not your company, you work it like it's your own company. So that's what I really love in Japan compared in Philippines. In Philippines, it's kind of like they work hard, but they work hard to earn money, not to become an entrepreneur like me.
An entrepreneur. Um, so, what made you come back to the Philippines? I mean, I'm guessing you must have split up with a Japanese guy at some stage.
Yes, for 18 years already.
So how long were you together?
That was like 4 years.
4 years.
Lovely 4 years, yes.
Lovely 4 years. 4 years. Short but sweet. And I'm going to ask you a question now, which is, I tend to be asking a lot of my interviews now, but I'm wondering if I should, but I'm going anyway.
For sure.
Was there much of an age gap?
The age gap of my ex-husband is like 16 years.
16 years?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's quite small. That's quite small. That's not much at all, really, is it?
But a lot of people say that age doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, this is why I asked the question, because when I first got to do Maggetti, I mean, I've become a bit obsessed with it. I don't know if you really own it. It's the old age gap relationships. You know, when you see the 80-year-old guy with a 20-year-old woman. A lot of Western people seem to have a big problem with it. And they think very badly about the guy. He's taking advantage. But when I talk to Filipinos, they have a dim look on the girl because they'll say she's just another Filipino trying to escape poverty. And that's why I find it fascinating, because we're blaming the guy, the Filipinos are blaming the woman, which is, well, me personally, I don't care, but it's just one of those things that keeps popping up my interviews. So I must care more than I let on.
I think it's really depend for the person, because we have a different kind of type of person. For me, I like some kind of like a little bit younger than me or the same age of me. So I'm not really into like high, but my ex-husband, it's more higher. So I guess it's a good experience as well to make me more mature thinking. At the time I was young, so I'm kind of like childish, immature. So when I have in the matured person, so that's make me matured as well, thinking in the good future. But at that time when I was with him, I was not thinking about it because I was enjoying how the good life to be with him. But somehow in a few years run with him, I just realized that we're not getting young, we're getting old. So it's really depend, because every one of us, we have a different kind of type. It's depend how you're going to grow up.
I'm quite similar to you, Rina, except in the sense that I like younger people. I like younger relationships because I'm young at heart. What terrifies me is a relationship with someone who's more mature than me, because it means I'll have to grow up. So where you're looking to become more mature, every day I just try and get younger in myself, because
yeah, maybe
I don't want to
because
get
we're
old.
in the right age already, so we already know how it is like right or wrong. So we already know how to control our emotion as well. So I think it's really good also that we have the same age or a little bit younger for us, because we already learned for our past. So I don't think that we can get it more older than us for our age now.
No, 100% not. No, 100% not. No, the opposite. Right. So, how long were you in Japan in total?
If we're going to total it right now, it will be like almost 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, but when I like, stay there for a long time, it's like 15 years. But I've been here in Siquijor for almost 4 years.
Okay. You're very lucky in the sense that I interview a lot of Filipinos, or I just chat to a lot of Filipinos, and I ask them which country they would like to go to other than the Philippines. And they invariably say Korea or Japan. And Korea, it tends to be the younger girls because they like the Korean boy bands.
Oh yeah. They're very popular this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the others, it's because Japan's such a technically advanced country, and I've been to neither. I've not been to Korea, I've not been to Japan, so I don't know. But they're definitely, from the people I've met, the two favourite destinations. So you're very lucky.
I guess you need to experience as well so that you can witness what the people told about. Yeah, I don't really like blame them why they like Korean or Japanese, because Korean, they are very popular this time for like young age, like pop star and everything.
Apparently so, I don't know. I'm 52 years old, I couldn't tell you.
I heard like BTS pop star, and then you can even sold their picture for like 5,000 peso for each picture, and it was really insane. But I guess that's business. And then for in Japan as well, I've been there for a long time, and I totally agree with them that Japan is a very best place to explore because everything was there already. Like it's a lot of different kind of weird stuff, like anime, like the way they dress is kind of very weird, and then it's kind of very like open. I think they said Philippines is a free country. In Japan is it's like a like free country as well.
Well, we won't go down this route, but I've seen a few documentaries on Japan and spoken to some people who've been there, and there are some very strange things that go on in Japan.
That's why everything is there. It's complete.
Yeah, yeah. No, we won't go down that route, but I've seen some quite shocking documentaries.
Yeah, and then the food also is totally very like it's really good. The food there is like it's really depend for the weather. If you said like a winter, their food is like hot. Mostly they serve you hot, like hot pot. And then if you said like summer, instead of like ramen, they serve you a cold ramen.
All right.
Yeah, it's really like the food there is really, really good. I can tell.
So you were saying last night, I mean, you were doing the modelling work, but you were working as a chef as well. I mean,
Yeah,
you were doing two jobs.
Yeah, because I was like thinking to open a restaurant before I was like open this Fumiko hostel. I was thinking to do the restaurant, so I wanted to have an experience in the kitchen so that I'm not going to make my own like you know the food is like I don't want somebody will complain on it, so I wanted to serve like exactly what I was experienced in Japan. So the materials that I used here in Fumiko is from Japan. So every time like 2 times once in the 2 months I go there to do shopping for the material of Fumiko.
Well, you've obviously you've taken on board the Japanese culture because it's all about striving for perfection, isn't it? Everything's got to be perfect. You couldn't that's the way Japan. You've obviously that's rubbed off on you, which is good because you could do a bit more of that in the Philippines. You could do a bit more of that in the UK, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Striving
well,
for
I
perfection.
have intention to do shopping for Fumiko restaurant material and also to visit my daughter.
Fantastic. So you were there for 20 years, and you came back with the intention of starting a business. You weren't interested in starting a business in Japan. You wanted to come home.
Because I wanted to come home. I miss the weather here. The weather is like 12 months like hot. I can wear whatever I want. I can do two-piece, or I can get naked in the beach while it was dark. Just joking.
She's not.
Yeah, but yeah, I miss the weather here in Philippines, and of course, I really do miss the food as well. Even though the food in Japan is really good, but somehow I get used to it when I was young, like a dried fish. Like some kind of like that. So yeah, somehow I don't really miss the Philippines.
So why Siquijor though? If you're not from Siquijor, how did you end up in Siquijor?
Oh, because, before I came in Siquijor, I was not in this list. I put the list that I can do some business like Palawan, Bohol, Cebu, but then everything is bubbled already. So I am.
What does that mean?
It's like it's.
Bubbled as in the price has gone up.
Yeah. It's already like I cannot compete for the big investor. I am a small investor. I just started. I did not even know if I will like be successful or not. So when I was like a heartbroken at the time with a Swedish guy. So my friend.
Hold on, we're jumping ahead of people. A Swedish guy. Where did the Swedish guy come in?
I had a 7 years relationship with a Swedish guy, He's more younger than me, like 10 years
How,
younger than me.
how much younger?
10 years younger than me after
Well
after
done.
my ex-husband.
Well done you. My ex-wife's Swedish. And she was
They're good people.
and she was 17 years younger than me, so
17.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome
to the club.
we've got more in common than you can imagine. So where was this relationship with the Swedish guy? Was that in Japan?
Yeah, he's exchange student in Japan.
Exchange student.
And I was a model, so we made
Okay,
up there.
that's a good match.
Yeah, it
So,
is a good match.
He was tall, handsome, blonde hair, blue eyes.
It is. I do really accept that he is. He is like a young dude who's trying to explore in Japan. And then I was like doing modeling as well, so it's a good match.
Du putter svenska?
Pardon?
Du putter svenska?
What is that speech?
Do you speak Swedish?
Oh, a little bit, like not really, just like circle or like it's a little bit nasty words.
Jag pratar
Should I
svenska.
say that or no? Nah.
Jag pratar svenska inte bra, liten.
What is that? I don't know.
It means my Swedish isn't very good. I speak a little bit, nothing to be. I lived in Sweden for a couple of years when we were, but it's pretty poor, really.
Yeah, me too. Because I don't live there. I just go there time to time. Like I stay there 1 month and they come back, and then everybody there can speak English. Not like in the other like European country. When I ask something, they're just like, oh, no English, no English.
Really? What countries are they?
Just like in Germany, I went in Germany.
Oh yeah.
They said no English, or I went to Paris, no English.
Yeah, they do speak English there. The two countries in Europe that won't speak English are France and Germany. They can, but they think, why should we? Every other European country just accepts that English is the national language. But Germans can. You meet the Germans here, they'll talk English to you. You meet with French people here, they'll talk. Meet them in Paris, suddenly, je ne comprends pas.
Oh, I can speak as well.
But
I'm just lazy to learn some languages.
well, you can't learn every language. I mean, you probably know 6 or 7 languages. I mean, anyway, we digress. So it went south with the Swedish guy. Have you had any other relationships with foreign Westerners?
Oh, now I had American fiance.
Are you with an American now?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to ask you a question now. I imagine Japanese chaps probably a bit different from the Swedish and the American guy. I might be wrong. But what are the differences between Filipino men and Western men, shall we say? Are there any? Are we the same or are we different?
Well, if you said love and feeling is the same, but the attitude is a little bit different because Japanese guy, they're into tradition.
Yeah.
So you need to stick with this tradition. They doesn't like to be changed to that. So you need to follow the rules of the Japanese. So that's what I don't really like it. That's why we get separated.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of like I'm hard-headed. So that's why it's enough to be alone here in Siquijor. So the Japanese guy, they are very nice people, but they are into like tradition. They're into tradition. And then American guy, I was an American guy now. He was nice. He's most supportive with me. He just wanted whatever he wanted. Baby, go ahead. So I love it.
Sounds like an ideal man. But the average Filipino, when you say an American Filipino, quite similar in the way the men, or different, or
I don't know. I just only had one experience with a Filipino guy, and it's wake me up in reality. I had a really bad experience, but those experiences wake me up. What's the reality of life? Before I was like with before I go to jump to the other relationship, I had another new boyfriend, so which is not good. And then that's make me really aware for everything. Like living in this world is just like a temporary. We're living in the playground that we are the actress and actor in this universe.
That's deep. That's very philosophical, very philosophical.
So to be in a relationship with a Filipino guy, I was really like isolating myself for 5 months out of nowhere in my other place in Kabugahay, and it was really like meditating myself. And I have a lot of question, why were I here in this earth planet? And then somehow it's when I was living in Kamugahay, isolating myself, there's a lot of question, but there's a lot also of answer. And that's make me a real me now.
Well, that's good. We're all in search of the real me. No, but you do. You live and learn. You live and learn. The only reason I ask these questions is I've been amazed by, because I lived in Thailand for 7 years before I came here. And Thai women are very different from Filipino women. And in the UK, where I'm from originally, UK women are very different from Filipino women in Thai. I notice the differences. With the guys, I've got a lot of Filipino guys here. They just seem to me like regular guys. We get on, but I'm just interested, you know, if the men are so different as I find the women are, you know what I mean? But we've done that now. I mean, you said things. That's why I ask these questions, because sometimes people say, why are you asking that? Because I'm interested and I want to learn.
You're interviewing some different kind of culture. Yeah, somehow it's totally different. For me myself, I like foreigner than Filipino.
For me myself, I like Filipino.
I like because a foreigner is mostly they're taking care of their woman. They taking care like this is my queen or this is my princess.
So they're more romantic than
They are more romantic. The foreigner is more romantic than Filipino.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We're keeping the flag. Right.
Well, but it's very kind of different. Some Filipino like a Filipino because they said they can understand by their own language together.
Yeah. Well, there must be. That's it. I mean, that's the trouble. We're in Thailand. I had some good relationships, but the language is a problem. But you get to know each other in different ways. Anyway, this interview's not about me. So we're here now. We're in Siquijor, in the lovely Fumiko Rina restaurant. Tell us about the place. How long have you been open, and what are you doing here?
Oh, I just reopened it like last December after the pandemic time. So it was closed like 1 year and a half. And then, hopefully it will be back to normal as before.
Is business good at the moment?
At this moment, because I just reopened it, it's not really like busy my restaurant, but hopefully it will be because I just started my hostel instead of a disco before. So the disco area, it could be accommodate for 18 people. For like a bunk bed, it will be 499 included with the breakfast.
So you're going to have hostel, a free breakfast, and you're going to be doing the food, and you do karaoke here as well, yeah?
Yeah. The karaoke will be in the restaurant only.
Yeah.
And then the rest, supposed to be I have a private karaoke in the basement, but I don't think it will be good if there is customer ready to sleep over. It will be a noise.
So you'll have to finish like, you know.
Yeah, so I would like to finish it to be accommodation.
Accommodation.
Yeah, but the restaurant and outside as well, you can still see whatever.
Well, I tell you something. I think you're going to get very busy very quickly, because I was recommended by a friend of mine called Robert, and after last night, I've recommended to a couple of people because the food I had last night was so good. It was so authentic. It was delicious, and apparently your signature dish is the ramen noodle, which I'm going to try after this interview. I think you're going to do well. The problem with a place like this, though, is if I try and tell people where it is, I'm bloody useless. I know where it is, but I don't know. Tell the viewers where you are exactly if they want to come here.
Yeah, so my location will be like, if you came from San Juan, so it will be next to Royal Cliff, MIT, San Juan, and then it's in the middle of the Royal Cliff and also in the Fig or in the Cocoa Grove. It's in the middle, so
okay. So that's
really easy to.
That's the Fig Resort. You got the Fig Resort. If you get to the Fig Resort, you've gone too far. You got the Golden Cliff Resort, which is next to. They're big famous resorts, fellas. You'll see them when you're coming down the road, and this place is in the middle. And as Reena was saying, all the spices and everything and the herbs and I don't know where I'm not really an ingredients man. They all come from Japan. Yeah. She goes back every couple of months, so this is really authentic food. There's no.
And then I am the one who's going to cook.
And she's going to be cooking it, and she's a professional chef from Japan. and she is fantastic company. So I only met Rina last night, and we've done this interview now. I feel like I've known her years. We've got a lot in common. And they've got a nice pool table outside.
Yes, for free.
It's free, and there aren't that many pool tables in Siquijor, fellas. Not good ones anyway, and that is a really good one. So yeah, I think we've covered most of the things. Is there anything else that you want to tell them about the restaurant or the business I've missed out?
Yeah, so I have also another restaurant, which is if you are in the budget meal. I had like right in front of the Real Cliff. It's just from Fumiko. It's like 2 minutes away to walk, and it called that Silug 24 hours, like 24 hours breakfast, which is 109 only. It's very affordable. It's come with the rice, egg, and then well, depend what you like, fish or beef or pork or chicken, or just only the omelette or only the vegetables. Everything was there already for 109. But if you're going to have a sharing menu, they have also sharing menu out there. So check it out.
Well, I'll be honest with you, fellas. I've not eaten there. I will do now because it's only just reopened. But 109 pesos for an all-day, that is good value. You're not going to get a better price than that. And knowing Rina, how like, you know, hot she is on the ingredients and all this kind of stuff, I can guarantee you it's going to be a good breakfast. Because she's got that Japanese mentality, you see. She won't serve a dodgy breakfast. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. Right, well, I've enjoyed that, Rina. It was a great interview.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for dropping us here. So hope to see you guys then.
Yeah, I'm not going to say goodbye in the old II shepherd's pie because I'm going to have my noodles now. So when they come out, I'll give you a little flash. I'll do a bit of taste test and then I'll give you a flash. That sounds bad, doesn't it? I shall show you the food. I'll do a taste test and then we'll sign off then. So thank you so much, Rina.
Thank you also. Thank you. Have a good day.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, I enjoyed that interview, that was really good. And now I'm just sitting here waiting for the old ramen noodles that Reena's been telling you about. World famous ramen noodles, and I think they're on their way, so I'm looking forward to this. Yep, they're on the way, they're on the way. Oh, that looks amazing, Reena.
Here's tonkotsu ramen.
What's it?
Special tonkotsu ramen.
Tonkotsu ramen.
Tonkotsu.
my Japanese ain't great, as I tell you, but
It's a tonkotsu ramen.
have a look at that, fellas. Doesn't that look good? But the proof, as we say in England, is in the pudding. Oh my God, that's nice. And I'm not just saying that, that really is nice. What's it?
You want some pork or a chopstick?
No, I've tried. These fellas don't want to watch me eat the whole meal. I'm just...
Okay.
That really is good. I'll tell you, I like ramen noodles. And these are the best I've ever had. I'll tell you, the best I've ever had. So, what's the name of the restaurant?
It's a Fumiko Reena restaurant.
Fumiko Rina restaurant. When you're in Siquijor, come down and meet Rina and order the noodles. They are amazing, the ramen noodles. And I hear the pork zigzag's pretty special too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the world, be lucky. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and see you later. Take care.
Okay.